Welcome to the Night School Reflections. You are over here with Tarithia. Hit the like and subscribe button because you never want to miss out on another video. Now, tonight or today, whenever you hit the video, we are doing a book review on How to Listen to the Universe by Marco J. Williams. If you haven't already got this book, then definitely go over to Amazon and definitely check it out. Reflection, it will not be a waste, okay? So with that being said, the chapter that we're talking about tonight is psychedelics. Okay, we all have heard about psychedelics, whether it's the lotus flower, whether it's mushrooms or different things like that. Reflection. Okay. Now, there are different types of psychedelics. We won't go deep into them today, reflection, but we'll save that for a different video. I will actually link a couple of videos about people who are telling their experiences on different psychedelics. Okay, so tune in for that after this video. So, with that being said, the name of this chapter is The Cheat Codes to the Universe. And now I'm going to read you a quote about what someone had to say about psychedelics. Now, psychedelics are illegal, not because a loving government is concerned that you may jump out of a third-story window, but psychedelics are illegal because they dissolve opinion structures and culturally laid down models of behavior and information processing. They open you up to the possibility that everything you know is wrong. Now, this is actually a quote by Terrence McKenna, okay? Now, let's talk about psychedelics a little bit, reflections. Now, it says that the ruling elites thrive on a population that remains docile, ignorant, and easy manipulated. Psychedelics, however, have the power to expand consciousness, leading to the critical thinking and increased awareness. These pose as a significant threat to those who benefit from a passive and compliant policies, as awkwardly individuals are more likely to question authority and demand accountability. So they're saying that that psychedelics actually open your consciousness. Reflection, it actually takes the veil off of your face, allegedly, and everything that you thought was right was wrong. Left may be right and up might be down. Reflection. Okay, so what do you think about that? Let's keep going. It says, throughout history, many great thinkers, artists, and visionaries have attributed their breakthrough ideas to psychedelic experiences. The ban on psychedelics serves as a means to suppress innovative and revolutionary thinking, preventing the emergence of socialized paradigms that challenge the existing power structures. The ruling elite fears the transformative potential of psychedelic-inspired reactivity and its ability to reshape the world. The war on drugs has placed a significant legal and financial barriers against scientific and medical research into psychedelics, okay? As a result, the potential benefits of these substances in treating mental health disorders, addictions, and existential distress remains largely untapped, okay? The controlled substances classification hampers scientific progress and prevents the public from accessing alternative and potentially transformative treatments, okay? So it's saying that these were not only used to help open consciousness, reflection. Psychedelics were actually used, reflection, for medical treatments and different things like that. And not only was it certain psychedelics, they say, can become addictive, and certain psychedelics was actually used to treat certain addictives if you go back and you do research, okay, reflection? So let's keep it going. Now, psychedelics or mind-altering substances have been used by many ancient cultures throughout history for various purposes, such as religious ceremonies, healing practices, and spiritual explorations, okay? The use of psychedelics date back thousands of years, and it is deeply rooted in the history and the culture of many societies. So you'll look at different cultures, reflections, even different religions, and you will find psychedelics somewhere throughout history. So, however, it is difficult to pinpoint the exact time and place where the substances were first used due to the lack of written records from that time. We know a lot of the books were actually burnt up and they were actually destroyed, reflection. Okay, let's keep it going. One of the earliest known users of psychedelics is believed to be by indigenous cultures of the Americas, okay? The indigenous people to the land in the Americas. The use of powerful psychedelics brew made from plants found in the Amazon rainforest has been traced back to the ancient Inca civilization in Peru, which flourished between the 13th and the 16th centuries, okay? Ahizika, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. I'll link it up here. Ahizika was used in shamanic rituals as a tool for spiritual insight and healing. In addition to ahizika, other psychedelics such as peyote and psilocybin mushrooms were used by indigenous cultures in North and Central America for similar purposes. So it's actually saying, reflection, that certain type of mushrooms were actually used in the shamanic rituals. Okay, and we all know that shamans are very powerful healers. Reflections. Okay, so let's keep it going. It says psychedelics were also used in ancient India, where the Hindu god Shiva was said to have consumed a powerful psychoactive substance known as some to achieve spiritual enlightenment. So it's actually gone back to the times, reflection of Shiva. And it was actually said that the god Shiva would actually use these use certain things, reflection, certain psychedelics, what we would call now as a form of reaching a higher consciousness. Okay, now it says, however, the exact identity of summer is unclear, and it may have been a combination of different plants or substances. Okay, there is evidence that such suggests that the ancient Egyptians actually used psychedelics as well. Reflection. One of the most famous examples of psychedelics used in ancient Egypt is what? The blue lotus flower. Okay. Now, this plant was known to the ancient Egyptians as the sacred lotus. Okay. And it was used for its psychoactive properties. So the lotus flower, if you'll notice, a lot of people will actually smoke the lotus flower. Reflection. We're not saying that's what the Egyptians did, but the ancient Egyptians did use the lotus flower, and you can find the lotus symbol everywhere throughout Egyptian culture. Okay, so we know now that it was actually used to raise their consciousness. Okay, so it says that this plant was often depicted in Egyptian art. It was believed to have healing properties as well as being a potent aphrodisiac. Okay, reflection. So this is just a couple of pages out this particular chapter about psychedelics. All right, so I'm actually going to finish it out talking about the lotus flower in Egypt. It says the blue lotus flower was also used to create tea and wine that the ancient Egyptians consumed. So they would actually use the blue lotus flower to create tea and wine. Reflection. So the effects of the plants, remember I said now some people smoke the lotus flower. Back then they were actually using it for their tea. Okay, it says the effects of the plant are said to be similar to those of modern day psychedelics, including hallucinations, altered perceptions, and euphoria. Now, this plant was also believed to have therapeutic properties and was used to treat a varieties of alignments. Okay, now reflection. What do you think about that? What do you think? We all are familiar with the lotus flower. Okay, we all are familiar with different type of psychedelics, whether it's mushrooms or different things like that, whether you're talking about mugwort, just different herbs, reflection, that are said to cause lucid dreams. Some are said to take you on trips, as they like to say. You ever heard a person like, I had a bad trip? Okay, reflection. So different things like that. So what do you think about the history of psychedelics? What do you really think about it? Reflection. What do you think about going through history and noticing all the way back to whether it was Shiva or the Egyptians? Reflection. They all had their certain type of herb or psychedelic that they would use to actually help them go to another level of consciousness. What do you think about that? Reflection. Okay. And remember, we're actually referencing this from How to Listen to the Universe by Marco J. Williams. Okay, so hit the like and subscribe button. Reflection. I'm actually going to tag his page in the description box below. If you want to go check out his page on YouTube, definitely go over there. And he also has a page on TikTok as well. So until next time, reflection. Ashe.